let me get it started over again. ERAAfrica is an initiative to see how we can develop potentials in low-income community by giving them orientation, and at the same time, creating some program who can give them a very good view about how they can choose and achieve a successful career. Now, one of those programs we are using to achieve that is this program we call Project TIMS. TIMS simply means Deep Into My Story. Now, TIMS is going to be using what we call career story to make an impact, so that people who listen to other stories will be able to use it as a yardstick to use and achieve our career. And most importantly, we all know that there will always be one challenge or another that people face from one place to another before they get to where they are presently. So what we need from you is to share your career journey. If possible, from your family background, what are the challenges you face? How did you overcome it? Before we go to any other discussion, so we want you to use your career story to make an impact, okay? So that when somebody listens to it out there, be able to also take a decision that will result to a successful or a path to a successful career. So over to you now.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate your time, and thank you for the privilege to appear. I think I don't really have much to say, but the fact is just that, when you're talking about a story or maybe a background or whatever, there are a lot of things that will be attached to it. Actually, I wouldn't want us to spend much time, but the fact is that the story is not really long. It's not really long, but in life, if you are planning things and it's working the way you want, and that's what we call determination and confidence. I was born and brought up in Lagos, so Ajeigbe to be precise, that's Oyemi #1. So, and moved from there. That was when I was 6 or 7 years old. Yes. But the fact is that when you're growing up and you find yourself in an environment whereby you need to strive hard to get whatever you want, and you know what it takes and things are going to go through. So my secondary school happens to be, my primary school is in Lagos. My secondary school is not in Lagos. That's Iseyin, Oyo State. So I'm a typical Yoruba boy. So after my secondary school, I started teaching. Yes, I started teaching. Some cases when you find yourself that you have confidence, you can face crowd and you can do things on your own. You need to start doing things like, I can actually do this. I know this education of a thing, if you are really trying and you're doing well, you need to also try to show people that you can do this thing. So that was what prompted me in a way of maybe, let me just gather 2 or 3 people, teach them, tutor them, and just let them know things that they need to know at that period. And I started teaching 2006. Yes, I think I happen to be 2006. Yes, I remember 2006. And my first salary, I bought one small phone, which is Alcatel. So, and that salary, when I was staying with my brother, so when I bought that phone, and it was like, the first salary is supposed to collect the money from me. But the fact that I went to Alaba myself, that's towards this Ojo area. So I went to Alaba to get the phone then, and he was telling me how they cheat me, they do this, they do that. I was like, cheat me, care? How would they cheat me? My money, would they cheat me? How would they cheat me? I was like, no, this thing will not ever happen again. So these are one of the stories I would forget. And then I started teaching. I happen to be very good in mathematics. So, and then when I was teaching, I met these guys. They're very close friends from secondary school. Yes, that's really one is he's doing well too now, and Sheriff Dean. So those guys motivated me to put more effort in teaching. So just started from teaching, and gradually. So when 2007 or so, 2007, when I actually did JAMB and I got admission to one of the universities, this Osun State University, and I went to my brother. I didn't talk about my father's side and all that. So you know, when you guys are much in your family and you need to really strive hard, just meet those ones that are very closer to you. And he told me that, he said, you know, you are Yoruba people now, when they say you know that kind of stuff. And I was like, that's true. He has his own children to take care of, and I'll be like, man, I need to put more effort. So things get better, start getting better. I started teaching mathematics. From there, the name was going viral. Solution. So that I think that was actually where I got that name from, because I'm trying when it comes to mathematics. Yes, mathematics and anything science. So I'm really trying my best. I can't say I'm the best, but I'm trying my best. So, you know, obstacles and all that, and then my first secondary school I taught then was somewhere in Ojotu, Paradise College. I don't think the school is in existence today now. I think they have only primary school now. Maybe, I don't know, maybe then they don't really have things to manage the system or something. So and the salary then was 4,500 or 4,000. So I was teaching, imagine I was teaching chemistry, physics, biology, all the science subjects, only me. I was like, although then I wasn't teaching, then I wasn't teaching for money. I was teaching for money. I have passion, like, I know these things, like, I really need to show myself, like, I need to show people what I've got, what I have. So, and I remember back then, my dad, who happens to be one of my, should I say my mentor, my strong mentor, because when I was in primary school, we were just 4 in a class. And 2 of those that are in my class, 2 of them are actually the proprietor's children, including me. And the school happens to be my uncle's school. Now, so if by peradventure I didn't get that first position, it is hell. I won't go. So the first position, I must go home with that first position. If it's not first position, it must be second position. Even if I get that second position, my daddy will beat me. He knew that the first position would be for his brother's daughter. That's the ones we're in class together. But he will still actually deal with me like, I need to get that first position, because those ones they are girls, and I'm really guy within them. So I was like, no, I must not take this second position. So that was one of the things that got me like confidence, like, no, I don't want second, I want first. So things get better, and after that, those 2 guys I mentioned earlier, they advised me like, okay, why can't you proceed? Because they are already in College of Education in Lagos State. This I didn't know College of Education. Then it was LAQUED. It was formerly LAQUED before. So that's Lagos State College of Education. So, and they were like, I should come to Accra. I said, no, I need to go to university. Because that first admission was forfeited, and I didn't go to the university that period. And so I just have to teach and get this money so that I can actually get better. Anybody, anywhere. To any family, they will tell you how that. So, you know, some kind of family, they want you to even strive hard on your own. In fact, if I tell you my dad happens to be, but don't let me put to that side. But the fact is that I try to manage, and okay, they really try and advise, and guy, come to school, do this. I said, no, I'm not going to college. I want to go to university. So then I was still teaching, and you know, when you see that you're trying your best, and YEC comes in, you blast YEC, blast NEPO, things like that, and we're really doing well. We started doing all those things one after the other, and later I decided to say, okay, let me just go to the College of Education and see what's going to happen. So and then the problem is that my focus was, because I am very good, I never for once like, let me even spread my wings, like let me even check other aspects. my focus is just that, no, I know this book. It is this book. Anything is just book. So it was when I got to Ajeigbe, and okay, I later get to Ajeigbe. That was 2009. Yes, so 2009 I went to Ajeigbe, and things was getting better. And I observed that no, there are a lot of things that someone needs to learn. So, and like well, no, College of Education is just a school of education. They teach you how to have knowledge of being a teacher. In fact, I have my TROCN, that's Teachers Association Council of Nigeria, blah, 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 like that. So during that process, we were still doing our hustling and bustle and all that. And during that process, I have a knowledge of computer already. That's computer desktop publishing, but it was not really deep. So it was not really deep. So, but later, I felt reluctant in some aspects. So when I get to some level, I observed that the teaching was there, but the money was not coming in. So the money was not coming. I was not like, what's really happening? So they started tutorial, like normal evening tutorial and all that. So then I have a tutorial in Badagry. Yes, I have a tutorial in Badagry. Those that know this Aradagun axis and all that. So I have a tutorial, then I coordinate a lot of students. I start work annually. So during that process, even during that time, I do jam every year just to see text my abilities. Like, no, I seem to do that. In fact, last 2 years I did jam just to text my skills again. Okay, so I still try like, no, I still want to know if I still have that thing. I was just like, okay, let me just do this thing once again. And so 2012, I finished Ajeigbe with God's grace, and a lot of obstacles, a lot of ups and downs, and thank God today we are here. We are. So I actually Unilag happens to be actually no, don't let me put it that way. Unilag, I never dreamed of Unilag at first. So, but when I was checking some research about schools, and they're like, Unilag, University of First Choice. If you are not brilliant, you can't go to Unilag. If you are not, again, as they said, it's only rich men that can send their daughter, their sons to Unilag. I say, Unilag? No, like, okay, I want to go to that Unilag now. So one of the rumor we hear here and there, and people were like, and we see students, we register students, and at the end of the day, they get jam, they pass jam. Some students score 250, 270. At the end of the day, they didn't get the admission because they paid their post-year UTME. So I was like, this jam, what's jam? What's post-year? Let me even go and try it. Let me see what's going to happen. So then I tried it, and I scored 275. 275, yes. My first jam, that jam that year. The one I did for University of Osun that year, and then not because maybe I want to go to Osun, it was because of a friend, a good finish from saying that year. So he said he's going back to Osun. So I was like, let me even chill with my guy. So there are some things that when you feel like this person also is doing well, it's very good. You like to mingle with that kind of person. So was why I decided to choose Uni Osun that year. And by adventure, because of money, I could not. So to cut the story short, I entered Unilag. Actually, computer science wasn't what I planned for. I didn't even plan like I want to go to Unilag at all. So I was like, okay, let me even create something. Just saw their course outline and all that. Let me feel this. I just feel like normal. Let me just feel. I just want to test my ability. That was what I did. And came out. You see any boom. No stress, nothing. No, nothing. Not that I asked somebody. No. My own is I don't have anybody. My name was on merit list. If I go to Google today, just type my full name on Google. It will still bring that merit list for 2012 admission list. So when I got to Unilag and first year computer science, I was like, all these words are just normal thing. They are normal thing within secondary school, maths, physics. that was when my eyes were now open, like, man, I need to start doing something to retain my admission. So that was when the life started getting tough. Alhamdulillah, where we are, and I'm just happy to say. Because then when we resumed, and I'm not always consistent in class, so a lot of my tutorial kind of I do here. Then I was still teaching. I happened to be a teacher in one of these schools in Ajeigbe, Campus College. So along the line, I still being hustled and puzzled and all that. So I was like, okay, let me organize tutorial in university and see what's going to come out. Well, my brother, I will tell you, University of Lagos is not easy at all. It's not easy. That is, if you don't have any backup, it's not easy at all. You don't have backup. So I organized tutorial then when I was in year 1, second semester, normal mathematics pieces that we do in secondary school. I organized all these things, but at the end of the day, it was free. The first time I did it free, second time free. But later I was like, okay, since students now turn up for the class, let me now organize it at least token so that I can be able to sustain myself and all that. So, but at the end of the day, when it comes to money, guys will not turn up. University of Lagos, I think I don't know. Those that went to University of Lagos will know what I'm talking about. It's we have two categories of people in the land. We have those that got the admission by directly, which is diploma, and those that are jambites. So from my own observation, I observed that those that did diploma, they're actually from wealthy family, because most of them did diploma, not need jam. Just do diploma and get admission. Then they run their diploma for 9 months. Then that's on the level direct. You see that scenario now. So some of them, even in fact, I have colleagues that collect a lot of money at home. Like, parents never knew normal school fees. They knew about the diploma money they collected, and some students still collect that money consistently, like 200 level, 300 level, 400. So when we get to level, after that level, and things were not really. So I was not, my attendance was not really encouraging, because I have to run down. You know how distance it is now from Ojo to mainland, Akoka. I have to, sometimes I just find a way on and hang out with my guys. I just hang out. And then I'm the kind of person that wherever I find myself, I'm always adapt to that situation. Wherever I find myself, I'm always, I don't know. So that's the reason why things have been a little bit considered in that period. So I have to just run up. Sometimes I have to run tutorial, run that place, and I have a guy then I was controlling the tutorial for me, but I agree. So then I was just shuffling the balls and from here to there. So, but when I get to 20 level, I observed that it was not easy. So I have to talk to one of my friends, one of my guys. Although that year 1, I booked in for hostel, but they didn't give me hostel. So I have to score with a guy. That guy is in USA today. He's a very close friend. In fact, the guy helps me a lot. Abiodun is his name. Abiodun. So we stayed together year 1. And we're in the same room with one other guy again. What's his name? Musco J. Yes, I remember. The guy studied French. Musco J. The guy studied French. And this guy, I was to head, Dotman, popularly known as Dotman. He's a musician, he's an artist, hip-hop artist. We're all in the same room then. So that was, the name of that hall is Air Academy Unilag. So, but it was not easy. So this guy has been the one just helping me, like, sometimes the hostel management, they won't allow squatters, and they will just find a way I will just enter and sleep and just make sure I manage myself for that week. So sometimes I go twice a week, 3 times, and when I come back, I just quickly organize tutorial for weekends and so I can get 1 or 2 things. So on that period, my dad called me and was like, whoever is sponsoring your school, I should tell him so I can go to that person and appreciate that. But I said, no, nobody is sponsoring my school. He keep troubling me year to year, like back to back. Anytime he called me, he would be like, hey, this one you are going to school and you're not asking me money and all that. Although then things were actually not the way it was, and I don't need to disturb him. And if I disturb him, he will actually send me to my elderly ones, which if he tell those ones to give me that money, they will actually do it. But I don't want situation whereby I'll use my own inconvenience to. So things like that, I have to lock up. And so since the tutorial was not moving fine, then one day I sat down with 200 level first semester when we have started programming. Although second semester year one we did visual basics, and year two it was really somehow, and I was like, man, I can't continue like this because it is no longer the normal mathematics we know. It is no longer the physics we know again. It is now the computer science. So I just have to know this time is going to be different. So I have to, okay, what do we do? So I computer science, our guy is always open.
Can you hear me?
So,
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Let's round it up because we still have a lot
yes.
to talk about. Now, in Unilag,
okay.
Let me just add some. I get some points from what you're talking about. If I may add, I can see there's a lot of challenge in between before you can be able to achieve your BSc. Okay, and one of those challenges is finance. Am I right? Are you there?
Yes.
One of those challenges, as I can
I'm with you.
The ability to afford the money to pay for your school fees and some other activity. The question is, how do you maneuver, okay, to overcome this challenge to get to where you are? Financially, how do you overcome that challenge?
Yeah, the is what I want to put in that, but I know there's no time. So it was there. I just sat down. I was like, man, I don't need to continue like this. So then I remembered, man, I have this knowledge of desktop publishing then, but it was not really. So I have to contact one of my bosses then, which actually you are the person I contacted then. I remember. So and you tutored me privately. It's one of my guides, if you remember very well. So and I have to brush myself up, and because we as a computer scientists were exposed to a lot of stuff online. So I go online, get a lot of training to advance the training. So I have to just start doing things myself, and because tutorials were not paying again, Unilag. The tutorials you are planning to give out for a token, the SUGs, the ESCOs, they are doing it for free. You get that now? So that's actually affected the income and all that. So I just have to diversify all those things, and even though I'm reading and I'm getting my source of income from other people, so I have to start graphic designing. And alongside what I was doing that teaching, and I was actually doing my MC alongside it. So then it was like a freelance, like a part-time. I was not really serious. But those that know me, then they were like, solution, come and do MC for us. Then they will not that they will even give me money, but I'll just go like, since I have the idea of, so I'll just go and just do blah blah, explain myself, and just play around. So, but the basic truth is that I worked a lot. I burned data. I buy a lot of data. The money I get, I use for data to pay the resource, because internet has really helped me a lot. So, and it's who I am today. Is where I am today. In fact, there was a time when the lockdown started, I was like, wow. So someday this internet is going to pay to this extent. So, but those that are not exposed to, there are a lot of things people are not exposed to when it comes to internet. So just go there, post picture, do a lot of scraps, and get out. So somebody introduced me to this online freelance then. So I was just doing the freelancing. Upworks, yes, Upworks. I was doing Upworks then. I registered with Upworks, and I was doing some kind of small design, getting small dollar and all that. So then, because I happened to be a Nigerian, those foreigners, they didn't trust us. They didn't believe us like that. They believed when they send their money, we're going to eat their money. The way they hear all this Yahoo boys or something, so they didn't even trust our professionalism. So I just have to okay, let me find another way. Okay, then on campus, I decided to do flyer, do stickers on campus as a graphic designer. When I was in school, so I run stickers, I run small flyer. I just distribute to people like, I'm a designer, I'm a this, I'm a that. So my department, my first boom design was my department when I designed this banner for SUG, schools and all that. So, and they were like, wow, solution, you are good with this, that. And I observed in my department, most of them believes I am not young. So they respected me a lot. So that could not let me really mingle with them to some extent. Like when I try to mingle, they'll be like, Ogami, or they'll give respect and all that. So things like that now make me now, okay, let me think ahead, and so that those that want to come to me, I believe will be coming to me to learn. So it's just internet. Internet has made me who I am today. So when that was when I started printing was when I was in 400 level. Yes, 400 level. That was 2016 or 15 or so. That was when I started printing, and it was one guy that I said, instead of designing alone, start doing printing now, because we were looking for printer in my department then. So I actually went around, went to Yaba, they linked me to Mushi, from Mushi they linked me to Shomolu. I was just running about before I could know it. So I'll just find a way and learn those things, and boom. From there I started doing things, and so along the line I also learned photography. Along the line I learned a lot of stuffs that I know they are attached to this field, as long as laptop is concerned.
So in other words, you have a lot of creative skills that you can use to at least do some side projects.
I swear.
But
yes.
And so, what's it called? Your profile online. I can see that.
Okay.
Apart from the graphic art stuff, you see a lot of moderating MC work. I always see in party kind of married and the likes. Can you tell us a little bit about that aspect of it?
Yes, when I was doing little by little, the MC, I told you I was doing like freelance, like I was not really serious about it. Then one of my sister called me one day. She wants to do a wedding. She's very close to me, and she believes I can do this thing perfectly, even than some professionals that they charge higher. She called me. She said, "No, on our wedding day, I must be the MD on our wedding day." I said, "Man, so I have to go online. Any small thing I have to go online, go to search engine, make research, and just get new ideas." So when I was searching, go to Instagram, I met one guy. Let me call him Guy. I met one bros like that. His name is Dayo Ice. I won't forget. He's an MC. In fact, he's doing well now. He charged almost 500K per event. You get that now? Almost 500, 600K per event. So I chatted him up like, boss, I have one event. So he said, eh. So he was that linked me to the group I belong to today, which is MC Connect, Masters of Ceremonies Connect. So there I have learned a lot. God bless MC Connect for me. I swear that I've learned a lot. In fact, what I've learned from MC Connect has really helped me in all aspects of my career. Has really helped me. And don't need to stop anything. Whatever you know I do them perfectly. In fact, some people just ask me, are you still a web designer? I tell them I'm a web designer, but I do it as freelance. I'm still working with Upworks. We do a group work and joints and all that. So it doesn't disturb any other thing. And so it was then I met that Dayo Ice. Man. So from there I met a lot of MC. I met Ajeigbe. I met a lot of celebrities. In fact, in Unilag, then before I joined that MC Connect, I met Badge the comedian, and we snapped. He was like, I'm still in school. I should focus on my study. And anytime he has events, he's going to get in touch. Never get in touch. It was not like maybe I'm the one doing clean sheet. And me, sometimes when I feel like I feel rejected, I will lock up. I will find my stuff elsewhere. So I just have to do my things my way. So then I was like, okay, I've been seeing guys doing comedy. Let me to try this comedy thing. So then it was engineering departments. A guy, we call him Oli Swagger. Yes, Oli Swagger. He organized comedy event. So I showcased myself. I've been doing this before. So I just but the comedy thing is not really there. But when it comes to engaging the audience, having fun with the audience, making them laugh, and with a sense of humor, look no further. I'm the perfect person for the event. So I know when MC has this humor thing, it's always funny when he's on stage. So, hello, are you with me?
I'm with you. I can
Hello?
hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was when I met that MC, introduced me to his group. He organized the group and some other top MCs too. The person of Ayila, ATM, those guys are in learning and all that. So I met a lot of MC, a lot of celebrities. It was really awesome. Kofi the Guru, Ali Baba. In fact, we had this annual competition, MC. So it's COVID-19 that did not allow us to do this year. But I don't know, maybe there's video that organize it. Scalibur, a lot of MCs, a lot of comedians I've met. But the fact is that I'm a kind of person like I don't really show this, like let them know I know this person, let them know I know this person. So that was how I was doing that. And so on that wedding day, so I learned a lot from that guy from the group. So I chatted people from that group, that MC. I chatted them privately. They give me a lot of orientation, how to do things professionally. Apart from the way I have to leave those ones. I have to start doing this in a professional way. Then I met Chuzi, my guy. I met Chuzi then. The guy is amazing. So he really tried and gave me orientation. Asked me, he told me some kind of app I'm going to download that will help me in terms of MC thing and all that. So that was where my orientation changed totally about being an MC. I started doing things professionally. That was 2015 or 2017 after I finished school. So on the day of the event, I have to put more efforts for that, my sister, and it was really awesome. That was the first hit. I observed my comedy instincts kind of is different from being a full-time comedian. So I have to just fully decide, okay, I want to be an MC with a sense of humor. So I have to just work on that. So on that day of that wedding, it was a hit wedding for me. So in fact, she didn't really try. She in fact, if I ever knew she's going to pay me, she paid me money, a huge amount that I need to disclose that, 20-something thousand and thereabouts. So because she's my sister, she's my own sister, she paid me 20-something thousand. People out there should hear, my own blood paid me 20-something thousand. My own sister, it's just like a cousin sister. So she paid me 25, and I did. You know, I'm into gifts and souvenirs and all that. So I did gifts and just to appreciate her. So that was the first hit. Although I've been attending wedding, I've been doing wedding, but it was just like upcoming. It was not really professional. No normal thing where you just talk. Those things are not really there at all. So we thank God for where we are. So along, I was also paddling my graphics designs and all that. So that's how things have been going well since then.
Presently, if you want people to know anything about you, what are those things like professionally? You've already heard how you hustle as a graphic artist, creating a niche for yourself in the aspect of digital printing and all the service digital. And we also know that you are into MC, but I know they focus on what is your biggest focus? I mean, professionally, if at all you want to stabilize yourself in something right now.
First, I want to pick one right now, right?
Yes.
I'll choose being an MC.
I'll
choose being an MC.
So as we can see,
It's been honest.
moderating event. What kind of event did you moderate?
All kinds of events, whether wedding,
Corporate.
social gathering, corporate. Wedding has to be reception. The wedding has to be reception. Then corporate events, school seminars, and all that. In fact, we are even though we've met in a lot of seminars that I anchored, and it was really wow. So you know that already. So I know that, and I ask all school events too, because I played a lot when it comes to.
Hello.
Is that?
Let's branch out a little.
I'm with you.
Yes. Now, from your story, one of the challenges is getting admission into university. And there is always a kind of confusion for teenagers out there when it comes to that aspect of getting admission to university. First is that they are not certain about their career choice. Another thing is, even if they decide,
I'm with you.
All right, just some little challenge. Okay, now, as I was saying, the first challenge is that they always find it difficult. What course do I choose? What career? Now, what orientation can you do teenagers out there when it comes to choosing a career and then choosing a course that match their career they want to become in the future?
Thank you very much. This career of a thing, when we're in school then, teachers come to us and ask us, what will you be in future? They say, if you want to become a doctor, raise up your hand. Everybody will raise up hand. You want to become a lawyer? Even in commercial class, they will ask students, you want to become a doctor? Boom, the commercial student will raise up their hand. The fact is that we just when we were going to school then, we never have that easy like, what am I going to be in the future? No, our parents, because the way they were brought up, they didn't even have the opportunity to go to that school. So all what they just ring to the hearing of those children is, you must go to school. People are Muslim, they will tell you, you must go to Arabic school, you must go to school, you must go to Arabic, which you call the Leke Madrasa, you must do this. So those two things has been something, they will tell them to go and at least find something okay to paddle it. So what I would just advise now is, they should, if they are in a gathering where they have teachers or leaders, they should meet with somebody that can give them orientation. Because the world we are today now, you can't do it alone. You can't do it alone at all. You need to meet somebody. Tell the person your problem. Don't hide anything. Tell the person your problem, what you are missing, what you don't do. So those things are the things that will help that person to shape and reshape you. That, okay, if this is your strength, this is what you can do. If this is your strength, this is what you can do. If this is your strength, this is what you can do. So all these things put together is what we normally, we all call mentor today. So you get now. Just meet somebody that can just advise, give you, it can be your dad, it can be your mom, it can be your teacher. Just make sure you trust that person. But you know, these days, even the person that wants to advise yourself, you know how the country is. But no matter the case, just don't give up. Just reach out to somebody and let them give you at least words of wisdom. It may not be motivational talks, but just words of wisdom, so I can learn from them. So
that's a beautiful one. Thank you so much. Now, from your experience,
thank you, sir.
From your experience, you passed through the educational system from NCE to PSC, but presently, when you look at those processes, okay, what are the advantage and disadvantage? And compared to what you are doing presently, what would you advise? Okay, I've been in school. Our aim is that, okay, after school, we are expected to get a good job and then do fine. Because of the scenario in Nigeria system, what would you give a typical student, undergraduate? Let's leave those who are still in secondary school. Think about those who are maybe about to get admission or already been in school. What advice can you give them looking at our educational system compared to the employment situation in Nigeria? What advice can you give them?
All right. The advice I will just give is that, one, before I go on with the advice, could you believe that today now, because I happen to tour around Lagos, today now, most of our students, should I say 70% of our undergraduates today now are in Idumota, because they refuse to do what they're supposed to do before. Now what they do now is they sell bags online, they sell shoes online. So they go to Idumota, snapping pictures, advertise online, because they see somebody that has told them, like, you guys need to start something. Because the lockdown has actually let everybody understand that this world is just, the life is just, no, there's no balance at all. So the thought I would just advise is that wherever you find yourself, just make sure you are doing your best. Make sure you are doing your best. Make sure you are doing your best. Whether, because, not that maybe after the education aspect, maybe I'm not still into education. I still do it. And you know that I do it. I still tutor A-level, SATs. I do all those advanced classes now. You get now. So the fact that you are good, you are good. So just make sure what you are doing, do it best, do it better. So, and that's the basic truth of it. So, and that's the advice I would advise, that they should always focus and just do whatever they can, do it best. So if I tell you I'm a very good keeper, like football goalkeeper, you won't believe it. But when you see me on the pitch, you'll be like, wow, so this guy can also do this. I happen to be the keeper for my department. He will finish school. In fact, they still call me after we graduate to come and keep for my department. If not for my height, I would have even been nominated as the goalkeeper for England. But the guy is very taller than me, and so you have to be focused. Whatever situation you find yourself, whatever you're doing, just make sure you are doing better. Perfection, make it perfect. So I think that's the advice I would just advise. Just be focused. Concentrate, do it best. Don't just say, let me just be doing it. No, do it like that's it. And that's the only thing you are doing. So it's going to work out.
All right.
By God's grace.
Thank you so much. From what I can see, although we would call it husband, but I can see that you are trading the part of the person. And what is your view? What is your view about entrepreneurship? And what advice can you give when it comes to entrepreneurship? There are a lot of these and a process and approach. One can go into entrepreneurship, possibly to entrepreneurship, or startups, or taking it from another level. Some believe you have to get a job, put some money together, then from there maybe get some experience and start. While some believe with hustling, you can start your entrepreneurship. What is your own view? What is your process? And what advice can you give on entrepreneurship?
The process is just very simple. I don't want to make it long because my battery is not really much. So the thing is that onto this entrepreneurship thing, there are two things you need to do. One, you need to be visible. People need to know you first, whether you are just a starter or not. They might not know you on social media, on internet. It might be physical. It might also be on social media or something. But just make sure that one or two persons know you. At least your business, people know that you can do this thing. This is what you do. You do this one. People know that this is what you do. So as an entrepreneurship, you need to create that awareness first. And two, your portfolio. What is my portfolio? Portfolio means that the work you do, make sure you gather enough proofs, enough references. You are a designer and you've not done a job, like you've not done a hit job. But by the grace of God, I have worked for a lot of companies in Lagos today now. I've worked for a lot of companies as a freelancer, as an entrepreneur. So in terms of printing and designs and all that. So for a starter or somebody that is already there, you need to create a portfolio for yourself, create visibility. your page should speak for your work. Make it professional. So as a starter, even though you're just starting, make sure you look at those that are already into that business already. Those that are already doing it, they're already doing fine. Make sure you look at how they're doing their things and how it's going well with them. So these are the things we need to put into consideration. And I also advise, based on starter, they might not feel it, they might not actually feel it at first, but they shouldn't give up. They shouldn't give up at all. Because if at the end of the day, at the end of it, I find my way. So things like these are going well. So I just advise, as an entrepreneur, you need to be visible. Let people know you. If people know you, they will refer you. If they don't know you, they won't refer you. And let them see your portfolio. It's your portfolio that will let them refer you. Without your portfolio, they can't refer you. Your portfolio is the work you've done. As a designer, your portfolio is there. If you are a shoe seller or shoe maker, make sure you have shoes that you've done, customers' feedbacks and all those things. These are the things that are portfolio that will speak for your potential customers that are ready to patronize. So I think that's what I can. These things are actually working for me. And if you see like, okay, the strength of the real life thing is not really that much, go to the internet, create social media for yourself, create for your page. Don't let your own personal page be the same with your business page. Separate them. We don't know you, now your business we won't know. I mean, no one blow. So separate your business from your profile, so that when people come, they will know this is your business and this is your personal profile. If you check my Instagram, I have my page for graphic design and I have my page as an MC. This likewise on Facebook too. So these things are things that goes along. When people see you, they will know you are really there. Your visibility will actually show them nothing. So these things are things that I advise that people should really work on. And if you know things are not really getting better for that social media, meet people that are into digital marketing like I do. I'm into digital marketing. In fact, I have my certificate with Google. So I did digital marketing and Google crowned me as, for that period, and I've been doing well with it. So you can actually create LinkedIn, create profile for yourself, start working on it, put out good content. If it is picture, let the picture be dope. Don't go and use 33 and go start picture that your customers will not even appreciate. So these things are things that kills entrepreneurs' instinct and all that. So I forget to also chip in as a freelancer. Check in Upworks. We have a Stutan. We have other online places where you can register and they'll see customers, they'll patronize you. Yes, so and lights.
All right, thank you so
much. Thank you for that, sir.
I really appreciate. And from what we're talking about entrepreneurship, I can see you've have a little discussion about the next thing I want to ask, and that is has to do with utilizing digital media, the advantage. Either you choose to gain employment or to work for yourself and be an entrepreneur. So what
exactly work on yourself?
Exactly. What further can you talk about the advantage of digital technology, digital media, the benefit of potential development?
I can't get the last part. I didn't get the last part.
What I'm trying to say, like, of course, you've made mention of many things concerning digital, using digital tools. I mean, digital media, but
yes,
which is the aspect many people are aware of. What advantage, okay, do you think as using it to develop yourself or using it to get advantage, to get more works or get an employment and the likes?
Okay, in that aspect now, you know, sometimes when you are dealing with humans, you know, in real life stuff, situation now, like sometimes before you get customer now, you know, sometimes it's really hard kind of shake it now. So, but you can also put your work out there on internet. So that's one of the advantages. If the internet doesn't work for you for a particular day, the real life will work for you. If the real life doesn't work for you, the internet will work for you. You have to shuffle around, learn through collaboration. Curiosity will lead you to creativity. When you are curious about Because when you collaborate, you meet people, you see a lot of stuff online, things that you know, these things are wow, they are amazing. Shout that person up, don't feel too big, like, how do you do this? How do you do that? The person doesn't give you clue. It's just that person, but just go to people, you can go to research engine, whatever you want, search is there for you. So the advantage is that if the internet doesn't work, the real life will work. Mind you, I want to also remember that there was a time we were discussing this in our MC Connect. The time will always come that everybody will depend on internet before the lockdown at all. Because that group always have training for every 2 days, training from each MCs, MC teachers, different topics, and all that. So, like, the time will always come that the internet will not be useful to us. Then, where will you go? That is when the real life shift is going to come in. And the time also comes where the internet will be the number one, the real life will not be useful, which is what we are going through now. This lockdown, the internet is the real life thing, the social distancing, and you see what Zoom has possible. Zoom is actually making a big deal. You get that now. So these things are, you have to, like, if this one doesn't click, okay, this one will pop up. So things like this are things that are going to give you more merit as an entrepreneur. Wow. This digital technology of the thing.
All right. Now, to round it up, first, all right. What is the last word, what is the advice you can give teenagers out there generally concerning pursuing their career? And at the same time, if people want to get in touch with you and see solution or for your digital activity, how can they get in touch with you?
All right. If you want to get in touch with me, I am everywhere. Just go to Google. I don't need to, just go to Google. You should know there are lots to learn. For you to go to Google and type my name, and Google brings out everything about me. It means if you type yours and yours did not appear, you have a long way to go. Just go to Google, type Mr. Solution or MC Solution, or go to Instagram, type Mr. Solution or MC Solution, or you check MS Designs Media. You're going to see me everywhere. Or you just go to Google Map, type MS Designs Media. MS, M means M for Mr., S for Solution. MS Designs Media. Type it on map, Google Map. It will give you my location, where it will give you everything, what I do and all that. To tell you this person is also into MC and all that. So because my digital skills has really got me like, there are a lot of things, like, sometimes I feel like, how will I explain to people? Like people, when you say, okay, come and learn this thing, they will not even ginger, they'll be like, But sometimes you feel like, let people just come and learn this thing. Let them come and learn. There are a lot of things that are covering our eyes. People are not actually getting what they want, but they are they're doing nothing to get it. So things like this are very, very important. We need to start. Mr. Balogun, as in, it's just busting my head. But we just need the grace of God. For everything, we need the grace of God. For everything, we need the grace of God. Pray. Whatever you believe in, use it well. So it is why I said it earlier, whatever you're doing, make sure that thing you're doing, make sure that thing is the last you're doing, like you are doing the best thing in the world. See me doing an MC, you can't believe I'm also a designer. If you see me designing. In fact, if I tell somebody I dance more than you, they'll be like, dance. Can I even dance? But when you see me display, you'll be like, this designer. So it's somehow when you like, this guy can dance. Like when I do this comics, like I'm a comic composer too. I compose comic relief, like write-ups that are funny. So I tag them, they hear the gas. Those that know how it goes. So on WhatsApp, we post on status, on Facebook and all that. So they also probably hear the gas MC because I put out things that are funny, write-ups that are funny. So things like this that can actually add a lot. So we need to just start doing like, this is the end. Just do like this is the end, be the best. So, and I will just tell, I will advise my guys, I will advise everybody out there that whatever you're doing, make sure you do it at the right time. Time and money. Mr. Balogun, time and money is one of the things that has affected my journey. but I thank God today. Time and money. Considering the time I wasted when I finished primary school, considering the time I wasted when I finished secondary school. Not that maybe I wasted them, I was using them to gather knowledge. But assuming there was money, all those things would have been boom, 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 fast, fast. You get that now. But the fact that I have to strive by myself, if you have the opportunity to have that money, maybe somebody is sponsoring you, make sure you are doing it. Don't waste the time. Sharp, the next stage. Make sure you are doing the next thing and the next thing. So all these are things that are really working. So you get that now. So, and I'm going to tell us this. Whenever you hear this, just know it's from me. That if you don't build your dream, somebody else will hire you to build your dream. If you don't use your time, somebody will hire you to build your time. If you don't use your money wisely, somebody will hire you to use their own money wisely. So I leave my people to this. May the Lord Almighty bless every one of us.
All right. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. And maybe some other time.
Thank you, sir.
I know you've been part of ERAAfrica.
All right. In fact, I really appreciate if I will come back again, because there are a lot of stuff that we really need to discuss about. Yes, specifically.
And see how we can also work together. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Now we're going to end.
You're welcome, sir.
And
thank you very much, sir.
Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.
All right.